Hey folks, Big Tino here again. This time continuing the Pokemon theme. Yeah, I seen this on AliExpress and decided I wanted to review it. There is another Nendoroid coming from AliExpress, but I'm not going to spoil that just yet because it's not here. This is, of course, Pokemon Trainer Red from the original. Well, I say original, I think this one's based off Fire Red and Leaf Green, I believe. But yeah, Red is the trainer from the original games for Pokemon. I know he looks like Ash, he's nowhere near as useless, trust me. But yeah, this is a bootleg of him. And to be honest, I don't think it's a great one. I've never owned an Nendoroid before. However, they're made by Figma, I'm sure, or Good Smile Company, I should say. And this guy really has some bad issues with some things, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let's move him out the frame for a second. Have a look at the box. Number 425, Red, Pocket Monsters, Nendoroid series, sculpted by Kima Lissaces. Is that it? I'm guessing that's the person that originally came up with the design for him. Not that they had to design him much, because he looks almost identical to the game. Clear picture there, some pictures of him, the Pokemon that comes with it. And bring a Pokeball, such and such, and some pictures at the back. But yeah, as you notice, in typical bootleg fashion, the box came battered to all hell. So yeah, away with you. And let's get back into it, shall we? Now, for those of you who are not familiar, the Nendoroid series is essentially chibi figures, I believe they call them in Japan, which is super deformed, essentially. They do have slight articulation, but most of the time you actually get loads of different parts for the Nendoroids, instead of like proper articulation. As you can see, he's got a neck peg there, but the entire neck actually pops off and you've got different pegs in each face. But yeah, let's take a look at his accessories, shall we? He has a load of them. I'll pop it off quickly. That piece is actually in there really tight. I was actually afraid of breaking it, it was that tight. So it's not coming back out anytime soon, guys. The backpack is the first accessory. It just easily pops off, but I'm not going to bother. As you can see, they sort of just gave up painting halfway round it. That side's alright, but that side I think they just gave up. The guy ran out of paint. But yeah, you get this hand, which I have put a Pokeball in, which, if I can focus, please, thank you, you will see just how badly moulded it is. I mean, seriously. If you're going to try and replicate a high quality figure, don't give up on the details, guys. It's basic. In terms of alternate faces, he comes with his yelling face. Focus. Thank you. Yeah, the apps on the faces are completely fine. Really good. And this one is a happy face. A little splotch there. Yeah, so not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's focus back on Red. And finally, he has this face, just kind of covered by the head. Let's pop that off. There we go. And as you'll notice, there is a load of dirt on this head because that's the one he was moulded with. But yeah. Let's get back onto the rest of the accessories, shall we? He comes with, as I showed before, a slight bent leg for this side, I believe. I won't be bothering showing that one off. He comes with Pokedex, which, if I remember correctly, he's either holding it wrong, or this is a completely wrong kind of Pokedex, because it opened that way, didn't it? The original. But nevertheless, the details on the Pokedex are quite good. Paint apps are all there, as they should be. You get this one, which I've put the Master Ball on, which is slightly better moulded in most places. But yeah, as you can see on this one, they've got pegs for either side. So you can either put it in this hand for him throwing it, or you can put it in that one for him just holding them. He has a pointy finger, and he has two relaxed hands. So yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot. Get off. Thank you. Yeah, this hand, which looks rather strange, but when you put it to the side, you realise, oh, he's supposed to have his hand in his pocket. I thought that's quite cool. He does actually have the 3 Pokemon as well. You have Charmander. These are actually quite well done for bootlegs. Charmander looks slightly derpy there, but we'll let him off. I think these ones are slightly chibi as well. Tail's nicely painted. All the details are where they should be. Bulbasaur looks actually really good, to be honest with you. Yeah, probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the real and fake with this one. Squirtle, on the other hand, didn't really get a good one. What's wrong, Squirtle? You look confused. Yeah, the apps for the face kind of lopsided there. He's also, if you notice, kind of too dark a turquoise. But other than that, he's alright. I mean, Squirtle in particular has some major issues standing up. I mean, slightest touch and he falls over. But that might just be the same as the real one. Getting back into Red himself. Let's take him off this, actually. For anyone who's wondering, that's a jewellery case. He was literally so small, the tripod couldn't go low enough to pick him up. He's about 2-3 inches tall. In terms of this guy, it works rather well because that's how he looks in the games. I'm not usually a fan of chibi figures, to be honest with you. But yeah, getting off track again. As you can see, these parts pop out. In fact, do I want to do that? Yes, let's go. There we go. Nope. And pop that one in. The extra pieces are a bit tight. Sorry folks. There we go. We've got him doing that. Let's put this in. It's a bit strange. Anyway, yeah, let's pop that face out. Pop that one in. Oh, wrong face. Wrong face. I wanted the screaming one. And there you go, just like that. Quick and easy. Now he's about to throw a Pokeball. So yeah, as you can see, for the size of them, you get quite a lot of posability. Better looking at it from the side, because you can't really see it from the front, can you? But yeah, he's not a bad little guy. The stand is actually alright. I've heard some bad stories about these pegs not fitting at all, but mine's is nice and tight. Looking at Red himself quickly, in terms of articulation, you do have the neck swivel and hinge, which is quite good. You've got the swivel at the shoulder, swivel at the elbow, and the swivel at the hand. And you've got a ball joint, swivel and hinge on his legs. You can also move the waist about a little bit. In fact, it just pops straight off. I'm not sure if that's something of the real figure, but hey oh, the fakes do it. I've also noticed a little Versus Seeker on his bag there. Funny how they've painted that one quite well, and then forgot the lines on the bigger part. I've actually just noticed as well, they've missed half his hair. That's clearly skin colour. Yeah, that's a problem, guys. I also noticed earlier on, they're quite easy tracking down the bootleggers because the idiots have left a thumbprint from the paint on his hair. I mean, seriously. They're no Datong, guys, I'll be honest. Certainly no Datong. But yeah, he's not a bad thing. I got him for a tenner, 10 British pounds. So I can't complain all that much. He will certainly do on the rapidly increasing Pokemon display. But yeah, that'll do it for this review, guys. So until next time, I'll see you all later.